And with colder weather moving in, Toronto City Council has approved a proposal to open 400 extra shelter beds as soon as possible. The motion was originally brought forward by the mayor and called for spaces to be made available in existing shelters and even in hotels if necessary. Toronto's shelter system was at 95% capacity last night, fewer than 300 beds available. With that in mind, councillors voted to push the feds and the province for more assistance in dealing with the homeless crisis.
I've spoken to both the Premier and to the federal people and written to them, I think, as you know, about maybe getting some additional help with the people that are the result of the global instability who have come here to stay with us in Toronto. And certainly I've been speaking regularly and will continue to speak regularly about mental health, where I think it is a scandal what's going on, and it contributes hugely to this problem.
And the extra 400 beds will cost about $10 million this winter, the money coming from the city's reserve. Now, for some, today's decision doesn't go far enough. Hours before the vote was held, frontline workers gathered to push council to add additional permanent beds for homeless women.
This fight for safe shelter spaces that we're engaged in today has been ongoing for years, decades here in the City of Toronto.
It's unacceptable that in a city such as ours, women who are experiencing violence and who are struggling with poverty and homelessness cannot find safe shelter. This is systematic violence against women.
Leaders from the Multi-Faith Coalition and representatives from Etobicoke's Sistering and Women's Habitat joined Councillor Kristen Wong Tam to discuss how the city could better accommodate women struggling with homelessness. For one, the group would like to see more permanent shelter beds added for women by opening up armories in the city. Wong Tam says the federal government and the Canadian Armed Forces are already aware of the issue and are willing to consider opening armories up to homeless women if the city formally proposes it. Mayor Tory dismissed the idea of opening them, saying experts have told him it's not practical or cost-effective.